watching. Today I'm going to be doing a full brand review on Nuance, I think that's how you say it, cosmetics that are actually exclusively available only at CVS. You can find them in your CVS store or at cvs.com. I really wanted to try out their makeup because I had seen their hair care products and their body stuff before, and they all look really great, and they're all like sulfate free and they're paraben free and they're animal cruelty free, but I had never tried their makeup before, and I've heard a lot of you guys say that you have been interested in trying out their stuff, but you're kind of skeptical because you've never really heard of the brand and they're not very well known. If you are a drugstore makeup junkie like me, then you're definitely curious about this brand. So I'm going to be reviewing almost everything from the brand, that way you guys can decide what you want to try out, and that way you know before you go and spend your money on it. The majority of them were sent to me for consideration, and I'm so grateful for that, but I also went out and purchased some with my own money. I wanted to add to it and have more of like a well-rounded review, and there's some other things that I wanted to try, and I was really pleasantly surprised. So let's go ahead and get started. I will start off with the face products first. This is also going to be a tutorial, so I'm going to be showing you guys how they apply, and I'll be cutting in as I was getting ready this morning with the products. So the first thing that I'm going to be applying and talking about is the Nuance Flawless Wear Tinted Moisturizer, and they actually sent me two shades to try out. The first one is in light, and then the other one is light medium. I actually went with the light one because I am very fair at the moment. I haven't been self-tanning, and this one will probably be better when I'm wearing my self-tanner. But this tinted moisturizer, I really like the finish of it. It feels very nice. It doesn't clog your pores. The only thing, it doesn't have very good coverage at all, which it does say on here it is light coverage. It says sheer coverage, oil-free, delivers a healthy, radiant glow for all skin types. I think if you were young and you didn't want to wear a lot of makeup, but you just wanted to even out your skin tone, I think this would be excellent. So if any of you girls are in your teens or, you know, middle school type of thing, this is great for that. Or if you just don't feel like wearing a lot of makeup, I think it's great for that. So I love the finish. It's just not very good coverage. That's why I wanted to add on the mineral foundation over top, and I'll get to that in just a second. So then the other thing I have here are actually two concealers. One of them was sent to me. The other one I went out and purchased because this one was a little bit too dark for me. This one was in light medium, and it's just a concealer stick, and then it also has a brightener here at the bottom, or like a liquid concealer. The light medium one is a very peach tone, so if you have more of that peachy tone in your skin, this would be excellent. They're both, seems like the same shade, like they're both in that light range, but this one's more yellow, this one is more peach. So I got the one that's more yellow. This matches my under eyes perfectly when I'm wearing the foundation. It covered up dark circles amazingly, and I love the texture of it. It's very smooth. It doesn't cake up under my eyes, and it gives excellent coverage. If you have extremely bad dark circles, this might not cover it totally, but I do think it's a great coverage. I also used it on my face on any blemishes and dark spots, and it covered them beautifully. The brightener side, I didn't see where that did anything. I don't feel like they're light enough. For brighteners, I want something that is going to be lighter than my skin tone to highlight. It might also have some light reflecting pigments in it or something, but I didn't feel like it did anything for me. If anything, it was just adding more product to my skin than I didn't need. So I don't like the brightener side, but I love the concealer side. I think those are amazing. I just wish the shade range was better. So then this is also something that I purchased myself. This is the mineral foundation, and I got mine in the lightest shade. This one is true to color. I feel like this is very fair and perfect for my skin tone. This is a pressed mineral foundation, so that's awesome. It doesn't get all over the place. This worked beautifully at just setting the tinted moisturizer that I used, and it also added some more coverage, which is great. And it just blended out beautifully. It didn't make my skin look cakey, and I would definitely recommend using this even without the tinted moisturizer, just as a light wear foundation if you don't need a whole lot of product on your face. Then I also have the translucent finishing powder. This one is in light medium. This one matches me pretty good as well, but this is just a loose setting powder. I love it because it has this little cap on it, so it doesn't end up getting all over the place. You can just tap the amount you need into the lid and buff that all over your face. I find that this does help keep the shine away. I wouldn't say it's an extremely matte finish one, so if you have really oily skin, it's not going to keep the oil from forming, but it is great at setting my makeup. It gives my skin a nice glow, and it just looks really good on the skin and not too cakey. So then I have here one of their Flawless Mineral Cheek Trios, and these can be used as blush, bronzer, highlighter, whatever. The one that I actually got is in the color Spice, which has some dark burnt orange colors. It has a bronzer here, and it has like a champagne colored highlighter that's swirled with some other colors. This one is beautiful. They have a bunch of different colors, more pink tone ones and peach ones that are more for like an actual blush color. I had totally used this one as a blush because I really like that warm look that it had with that amber color, and I used this one as the bronzer, and I love that color as a bronzer. I've been using it to contour, and it's awesome because it doesn't have any shimmer in that part. It actually might have a little bit of faint shimmer, but it doesn't show up on your skin at all. It looks totally matte and natural, and I just love the way it blends out flawlessly. And then I used this dark orange color on my cheeks as a blush, and that's extremely pigmented. As you can see in the application, I applied a little bit too much, but I blended it out and it looked great. And then I just used this shimmery color here as a highlight. I'm not a huge fan of the highlight color. I feel like it has a little too much glitter, but when I apply it, I can blend over it with my stippling brush, and that removes that chunky glitter on top, and it just leaves a really beautiful sheen on your cheeks. So keep that in mind. You might want to wipe away some of that glitter afterwards, but I really love that highlight color. Very natural and pretty looking. So then my favorite product out of all the stuff that I tried, and I will definitely be repurchasing this over and over. This even showed up in my all-time favorites. This is their eyebrow pencil. This is amazing. This is what the packaging looks like. It's called the Natural Look Brow Pencil. Oh my gosh, this really makes your brows look natural. This is my favorite thing I've ever used for my brows. Something about the pencil, the texture of it, it's not super creamy, so it doesn't look like you're applying like a thick eyeliner on your eyebrows. And it's just like the right pigmentation to look really natural, and the color just matches me perfectly. It's like an ash brown. But definitely I recommend picking this up if you're looking for something else for your brows, because it just cuts the brow time in half. I don't have to have a separate brush for using brow powder. And I've never liked using brow pencils, but this just amazed me because it looks so natural. So I just love that. And it's so tiny, I can mimic little tiny hairs and make small strokes. So then for eyeshadows, I have these interesting looking little tulip, I don't know. They look like a flower though. These things are so neat. They open up into an eyeshadow quad. And they have a little eyeshadow smudger brush in the center. Look how cute that is. They have two colors in their line. They come in a box like this. The first color is in Natural, and this one just has some everyday neutral colors, and then it also has a really gorgeous burgundy shade in it, some golds and champagnes. I actually used mainly these colors on my eyes today with a combination of this one. And then this other one is in Smoky. This one just has pinks and greens and like a purplish color. These are both excellent quality eyeshadows, and I was really surprised. If you have brown eyes or even hazel eyes, anything like that, this is just a great neutral palette, pretty much for any eye color. This one I think would look beautiful with green eyes. Something about the color combination I think would just look amazing, or with brown. I wore this one yesterday and I could not stop looking at my eyeshadow. It just really made my eyes pop, and it just looked great. It was a very subtle color. These are just amazing. If you want to try out some new eyeshadow, I definitely check these out. So real quickly, I just want to go over which shadows I used on my eyes today. I took the champagne color, put that mainly on the inner corners of my eyes, and blended it out towards my lid. Then I did some of this gold shadow here on the outer portion of my lid. And then I went in the crease with this brown color. It's very light brown, so it's great for the crease. And then I took some of this purple shade here and just deepened up my crease with that, and then I used this color as a highlight, and it would just look beautiful. And that combination together gave me a really nice natural looking everyday eye look. I have an interesting product here. This is called their Eye Trio Lights Camera Action, and this actually has like a liquid eyeshadow here. Mine is in the color Bronze Gold Shimmer. It's a really nice bronzy color. This isn't as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. I tried to use it as an eyeshadow base. Wasn't that pigmented, but I do like the finish that it gave, and it did work well underneath the eyeshadow, just not as pigmented as I thought. And then the product that I love out of this is actually this white creamy eyeshadow. This is great as an eye base. I actually took this on the inner corners of my eye. I highlighted my brow bone with it, and it really gave my eyebrows this awesome lift. And then I just put my eyeshadow on over top of it. So that's beautiful. I even use this when I'm not wearing eyeshadow, just to brighten up my eyes. Maybe put a little bit on the lid to make them shimmer. It's just so creamy, and it doesn't crease or anything. And then you have another little product in here. If you pull it out, you have an eyeliner. And this eyeliner is amazing. It's so black and rich, and it stays put all day. It's great for smudging too if you need to smudge it out, but the texture is amazing. It really stays in place. So this is awesome. You've got 3 products in one, and perfect for traveling, so you don't have to take a bunch of different products with you, and all of them are amazing. So then I have 2 eyeliners here. These are the Lasting Wear Gel Eyeliner Pencils. And I have mine in the shade black, and then I also have the gray one. The gray one is very interesting. This would look beautiful if you had blue eyes. It's just a very true to gray color. It has like that steel look, kind of metallic-y looking, and it just looks really pretty on your eyes. It actually looks like gray and doesn't look like a light black, so I really like that one. And then the dark black is truly a rich black. That's what I used on my eyes today. You do have to be careful when applying these because they are so creamy. These work perfect if you want to smudge out your liner, make it really smoky, or you can use them just to line your eyes like I did today. I went over mine with a Q-tip just to absorb any of the creaminess to it and keep it to where it'll stay put. You could also top it with a matching eyeshadow color if you want to really lock it in place. If you have super oily lids, you want to definitely do that because they are so creamy. You definitely want to set it with something so they don't smudge. Then the next product that I have is the Full Effect Ultra Volumizing Mascara, and this is the packaging it comes in. It says Boost Volume and Curl for Maximum Drama. The mascara wand is just a standard wand. The packaging actually broke for me. The part in the top of the tube that pulls off the excess mascara actually got stuck up in here. I don't know if I tightened it too tight, so I can't even use it anymore because it has so much mascara on, and I've tried to get it out, it just won't come out. So that's really disappointing about the packaging, but this mascara, it worked okay for my lashes. It didn't clump up at all, but personally for my lashes, I need something that has a little bit more volume. The length was pretty great, and as well as the separation. It's just kind of an average mascara. It's nothing special. I do believe they have other mascaras though if you do want to check those out, and I definitely will be checking them out next time I'm at the drugstore. So then I have the Rose Petal Hydrating Lip Balm. This is the box that it comes in. It says with evening primrose and shea butter. I think this is very moisturizing. I do really like the texture of it. It's just like a clear, it reminds me of the L'Oreal Hip Jelly Balms, the texture of it. It looks a little pink, but it doesn't come off pink on your lips. I cannot stand the smell of this though, so I'm kind of hesitant when I use it. It just smells to me, I guess it's the rose in it, I don't know, but no, to me, I don't like the smell of it, but it is a really great lip balm, and I feel like it is very moisturizing. It's very thick on your lips, and I do feel like it hydrates. So I used this underneath my lipstick today, and it gave a great base for the lipstick. And it also gave it a nice finish and shine and everything. And I have two lipsticks which I absolutely love. The first one that I'm wearing today is actually in Wine, and I love this red lipstick. It's not like a full-on red. It looks really dark in the tube, like it looks like a dark cherry color. But I just love how sheer this is. I applied this over top of that lip balm, which that's part of the reason why it is sheared out. But even without that, it also leaves a nice stain on your lips, so even when this wears off, I still have a little bit of a red stain. I just love how wearable it is. I can wear it anytime throughout the day. I put it on early this morning and it looked great. It just gave me a really natural looking red lip, and it's not too much. So if you're not crazy about red lips, or you feel like you can't pull them off, or you don't want to go to class in them, definitely try this out because it's like a sheer, really buttery, smooth lipstick that doesn't apply too much color. And then the other shade is a bright pink. This one is in Passion Pink. And this one does come off more of a pink color. It's not as sheer as the other one, but this one is beautiful as well. It's like a bright fuchsia, and I will definitely probably be wearing this in summertime. Then I have two squeeze tube lip glosses here. The first one is just a perfect pink color. This is in the color Pomegranate, and it actually has pretty good color payoff. It is just a plain gloss that doesn't have any shimmer in it or anything, and it's really nice. And these last a long time as well. And it's a thicker consistency lip gloss, so keep that in mind. And then I just have the clear one, which is great because you can top this over top of any lipstick you want. It's not going to change the color of it. It's just going to add a little bit of shine. I like to use this, just dab it on a little bit and put it on the center of my lips to make my lips look fuller. So that one's great as well. So then I have some nail polishes here, and all of these are some great fall and winter colors. I love them all. I've been trying out a bunch of them. I will first talk about the one that I have on my nails. This one is like that greige color. It's like purple, but then again it looks gray. It's really nice and neutral, perfect for the fall time. I've been wearing it too a lot. And as you can see, it looks really shiny on the nails. I do have a top coat on, but I love these. These are extremely pigmented, and the formula is perfect. It's not too sheer or too thick or anything. The brush is really easy to apply. Definitely want to try out more of these. They have a pretty wide shade range too. You can find the nail polishes in the nail polish section of CVS. They're not with the brand, so keep that in mind. They do have a bunch of colors though, but these are all the winter ones. So I love this light purple. I've been wearing that a lot. And this one is in the color Evening Haze. And then I have actually a darker version of that. This is a nice muted purple, kind of like an eggplant color. That one's beautiful as well. And then this one is probably my favorite one. This is like a purpley red burgundy color. It's just gorgeous, and this looks great with anyone's skin tone. That one's beautiful. And this one is in the color Midnight Blackberry. And then this one is a really dark purple color. This one is in the color Crushed Violet, and it's so dark it almost looks black. So if you don't like wearing black polish but you want something really dark, this one would be perfect. Then I just have a basic green here, and these, by the way, don't have any shimmer. They're all just cream finishes. And this green is in the color Prickly Pear. That's a really pretty green color. It almost looks teal in some light, but then like a dark green in other lights. And then this one here is just a basic navy, kind of with a little bit of a purple tone, and it's in the color Night Shadow. So these are all beautiful. I'm in love with these. I definitely want to get more shades of them. They last a pretty long time. If you can see on my nails now, I have a little bit of wear on the tips. I've had these on for a week, which is pretty good to just not have any chipping and just have a little bit of wear. I did have some chipping though when I used this color. I don't know if it had anything to do with what I was doing that week, if I was cleaning more or something, but I had more chipping with this color, but with this one I didn't have any chipping at all. It's just wearing off on the tips, and it's been a whole week for that. So I think that is everything. That was a lot to get through, and I apologize if that was really long. I am going to have full reviews on all these products on the blog post that goes with this video. That also is going to have tons of pictures and product swatches and everything. I'm just going to compile it all into one, and so you can go there if you want to read more about each product, or if there's a certain product you're interested. It will have prices on there as well as a link to where you can buy them, and of course you can find these in CVS stores. So thumbs up this video if you liked it, and if you want to see more tutorials using these products, or let me know if you guys have tried any of them, because I would love to hear your opinions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Bye everyone.